90% silver quarters. Are we seeing a run on 90% silver quarters? I'm going to guys let you know what's happening today at the shop. I'm not at the shop today. I'm just taking phone orders and I'm answering emails for the shop today. So far, so good. No crazy customers. But you never know when that's going to happen next again. We'll also dive into, is the Fed going to raise rates, cut rates, or are we going to see a pause? I'm going to let you guys know my opinion once again on that and what I think it should be done, but it's not going to be done that way. So please like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 5,100 subscribers by the end of the month here. We've got a few days left. We're about 60 subscribers away. Thank you all very much who have subscribed already. Just help me out if you're not yet subscribed. Still a lot of people watching. They're not yet subscribed. It's absolutely free, folks. Let's just get into the video right now. Look, I'm seeing a little bit of uptick today. Is it because silver's dropped in price a little bit? That very well could be happening right now. Very well could be. People are buying the dips. That's good to see. Yeah, I say buy the dips. When you see a dip, if you see a decent dip like we're having today, it's okay to spend a little money if you're able to spend the money right now. I'm all about that, but I'm also about finding the deals. So far today, I've not found any great deals out there. There's been a few, but, I got outbidded on them, or the people didn't take my offers, or whatever the case may be. I don't have a lot of money to play with right now, so, I'm trying to keep my costs, down a little bit right now. But if I see a buy, yeah, I'm going to pull the plug. I'm just going to be honest with you there. So today, I had 3 phone calls back to back. One person wanted $40 in face of silver quarters. That's what you're seeing on your screen right now. The quarters you're seeing loose on the table, that's $40 worth of silver quarters right now. Those are my silver quarters. I got more, yes. And another person wanted $80 worth of silver quarters. Another person behind them wanted $110 face of silver quarters. That's 3. And one more person wanted a little less than $100. They had about $98 face that they could spend. And we don't mind whatever the number is, that's fine. But we're seeing a little bit more of a push on the other side without the phone calls. People coming in to buy a lot of 90% silver once again. Not a whole much, okay? I don't want to drive panic out there. That's not what I'm just letting you guys know what our shop is doing. That's all I'm doing. So, this is our shop only that's doing this right now. I love the 90% silver. I wish I could own it all, but I can't. I can't afford it. And as many of you are not going to give it up to me. So, with that being said, when we see these silver dips, if you have the extra cash, that is, is it going to go down tomorrow? Is it going to go down Wednesday? Look, we're all playing the guessing game. No one's going to get the rock bottom price all the time when it dips. I'm still looking for deals out there. I really don't care what the price is at that time. As long as I can get my stuff, my 40%, my 90% silver around melt value or less, yeah, I'm picking it up. I'm not worried about what silver's at the price at the moment. What I'm worried about is at the time at the moment is if I'm getting a good deal at that moment, I'm buying it. That is what I'm looking for myself. So with that being said, shop's doing okay today. We sold a couple ounces of gold. That I got some information back on that. So we're doing okay today on the dip. Tomorrow's a different day, of course. We never know what's going to happen the next day. But overall, month of January, it's been quite slow. All right, it's been slow. Yeah, we've been busy, but slow compared to last January. Sales are down right now for the month of January for the shop that I work for. I will just leave it as that, folks. But let's get into the rate cuts. It's going to happen Wednesday. Jerome Powell, the clown, as I like to call him, he's going to show his face once again on Wednesday. And I do believe we're going to see a pause. President Trump wants him to cut rates. Okay, that's what he wants. Trump has no control over what the Fed does. I think we all know that. I do believe we should see a rate cut. I think we should at least see a 50 basis point cut here. I would be even be happy if they cut it by 25% basis points. I'd be more happy with that than a pause right now. I don't see rates going up, but we're going to have to wait and see what happens there as well. Folks, it's silver is just not really moving right now. We will say that gold's holding its own. Gold's down about $38 as recording of this video, but we could see it shoot back up tomorrow. We just have to wait and see what Jerome's going to do with the Fed at 2 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon on the East Coast time, and really see what happens with that. I think we're going to probably have, my opinion right now, I think we're going to see another down day tomorrow with silver and gold. But again, I might be wrong. I called a pause on the rate cuts back in, late November. I said that's what the talk is, and that's still the talk now is. So I'm following what people are saying online. I'm watching. There's some people saying that we could even see a possible rate hike. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's pretty much off the table at this point. So with all this being said, check out your local coin shops. I've said this before. Make a relationship with your local coin shops. Make a relationship with the online bullion dealers. Call them if you have questions. People, just ask. That's all. Just ask the questions. Because if you don't ask, then how are you going to know if it's a good buy or not? I'm always open here on my end. If you guys have questions about silver, gold, or platinum, email me saying, is this a good buy? I'm not sure. I'm okay with that. I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can come back to you folks, because I try to do that try to check my email at least a couple times, in a few hours here. I'm always in the comment section, replying back to your comments, giving you guys a heart. But, it's so stressful right now when it's coming to when do you buy, how much do you buy. Look, that's going to have to be on you. I cannot answer those questions personally to you. You're not in the shop. I can't tell you. I can tell you I'm not giving you financial advice at the shop. But I can answer. I can guide people if they want to email me, say, look, you have XYZ amount. I have this much. I can guide you. But it's not financial advice. Because I don't know you personally. I'm not seeing your face. I'm not seeing your reactions. What I'm saying. So it is very hard to judge that overall, trying to help people out online. So it's a little bit easy in the shop because we tell people, look, you don't have to answer any questions that we ask. We're not financial advisors at the shop. So, with that all being said, there's not too much more to talk about today. We have to just see what the Fed does here on Wednesday. I'm looking for, like I said, I'm looking for that pause this time around. The next Fed decision won't come to March, but the Fed can cut rates at any given time in between meetings, as we know. It's not been done too much, but it can happen. I don't think that's going to happen this time around, but we have to see what plays out. We will all see what plays out with the Trump tariffs and see if that's going to come into play this week. There's even talks about getting kicked the can down the road to April 1st. Guys, there's a lot of unknowns what's going to happen next. So if you're I'll end it with this. If you're just starting out with silver and you don't know a lot, just calms down. Like I said in the beginning of the video, pick a couple of items first. Pick a couple of items you like the most. Go with that. Go what you like with. Just don't go with, these graded coins right off the bat. That's really not something I would advise a new stacker to stack. Graded coins right now. If you live in the United States, and most of my views are in the United States. I got people all over the world. I appreciate all of you. But I don't know a lot about your type of junk silver, except a little bit about the Canadian junk silver, which is 80%. The other foreign coins, you know, they have all kinds of different weights. Hey, it's all silver at the end of the day. So what I will say is take your time, learn a little bit something, even if you got to buy that red book for the U.S. coins if you live in the United States. It costs about $15, folks. The new one will come out in April. The 2026 version comes out in April. So if you want to wait for that, that's fine. You don't have to buy a book every single time, every year one comes out. The prices don't change that much. But take 3 or 4 items and start stacking that. Now, it could be 90% silver. It could be a 10-ounce bars. It could be 5-ounce bars. It could be 1-ounce rounds, 1-ounce American silver eagles. If you have a little bit more money, yeah, it depends on what you're going to do, how much money you spend. It's going to be very hard if the dollar really crashes and you're going into a store, if they're going to accept silver and gold, trying to turn into that gold coin into a small purchase. That convenience store, that mom and pop store, maybe even your, big retailers will come on board with this. It might be hard for these stores to break a bigger piece of gold. Just keep that in mind. That's why I think the 90% silver for most stackers is probably the best bet right now, and it's the least expensive type of silver still right now at this point in time. That could change in a heartbeat. We saw that back in March of 2023, where the 90% silver was almost, some online dealers were charging up to 33%, depending where you were going. Some coin shops were up to 40%, depending on your location. So right now, I believe 90% silver is the best bang for your buck right now. I love it. A lot of you guys love it as well. And it's just not about the quarters. It's the dimes, the halves. And I'll just throw in my 40% is once again, 40% silver Kennedy halves. Minted from 1965 to 1970. I'll end it there. If you folks have any questions for me, please email me. I'm always happy to read your emails, help you out as best as I can. And to the next video, CoinShop Chris is out. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next video.